Greetings YouTube, Sega Zombie here and welcome to a Sega Wall channel update, unboxing video, what's in the box, some pickups, Christmas spectacular. This might be my last video until Christmas, guys. It's a busy time of the year, as you all know, and yeah, it's been a busy few weeks, guys. Wow, winning December's YouTuber of the Month. Thank you so much to all of those that voted for me. I was absolutely gobsmacked. I couldn't believe it. Speechless. Sega Zombie speechless. But it doesn't stop there, guys. I'm going to put a link down below for the 5 nominations that I have submitted for YouTuber of the Month January 2020. Some absolutely fantastic content, and it was really hard. For those of you that know, I watch an awful lot of YouTube. I watch so many great channels, and I didn't take the decision lightly, you know. I've made so many good friends on YouTube. It was a really tough decision. I just want to get that out there. It was not easy. There was so many more channels that I wish I could have nominated more. But I've stuck with that 5. 5 great channels, guys. Like I said, I'm going to put a link for YouTuber of the Month down below. Go and check out all those channels, guys. Paul, Mr. Bad's Games. I've also gone for Cine Steve, Holster TV, Holly, David Plays Retro Games Badly, and Eddie Roller X Core. Go and check those out, guys. I'm sure most of you are subscribed to these channels already. 5 fantastic channels. Like I said, I wish I could have nominated more. I really do. So many channels I watch, and it was a really tough decision. One of the toughest decisions I've made this year. Really was a hard one, guys. But yeah, it's been an absolute whirlwind of a couple of weeks. Doing lots of filming and stepping outside my comfort zone somewhat, you know. Getting back to some more artistic stuff, and yeah, doing loads of filming and editing. It's all been good fun. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. In between that, I have managed to do some pickups. The Vectrix has finally sold. I sold most of the games off, and I was contemplating. I was undecided what to do with that Vectrix console. I do love the Vectrix, as I've mentioned many times before. But I'm just not playing it, guys. If you're not playing it, why have it in the games room? That's my. It's been my motto this year, and I've filtered out quite a few systems that I just weren't playing or had not had much playtime in a long time. So, it's an expensive hobby. This, we all know it is, and sometimes you've got to flip some stuff to raise that money and to get what you really want, or what's buzzing and what's gripped your attention at the time. You know, it all goes in cycles. You know, I've bought and sold so many systems over the years. Sega's the one system that just stays true with me. Would never part with any of that. But some of these other systems, you know, we flip and change. I'm sure we all do it, and I'm no different, guys. Why this is relevant? It's a bit of a giveaway. We've got a new system, boys. We've got a new system adding to the Sega Wall, adding to the games room. This is going to be set up in the PlayStation zone, in the play zone. I've got a new CRT TV as well, so I'll show that off a bit later. But let's move on with some pickups, guys. Yes! And we're talking Sega here. We've got no filler here. We've got no charity shops. Not that I ain't been going. I have been going to the charity shops, but there's just been nothing, guys. So there's no charity shop pickups, no local bargains, anything like that. Just pure Sega. Some special Sega for you guys. And first up is a game. I took my lad last weekend, I think it was. He wanted to trade in some Xbox One games. He's got quite a stack of Xbox One games that he wasn't playing anymore. He wanted to take them to CEX, so obviously Dad Taxi took him to CEX, and he traded them in. And he got himself some games he wanted. He had a bit of store credit left. There was no other game he wanted, and he said, "Dad, is there anything you want?" I was like, "Wow, that is awesome. Thank you so much for being generous." He had like a £5 or so left. So I had to put a couple of quid towards this. And first up, we've got Rocky. And you've guessed it, guys. It's another Master System game. That's 4 in a row. 4 pickups videos in a row. I've picked up a Master System game. And Rocky's one, though, that I've really seriously been watching and keeping an eye out for the right price for a long time. I ain't in no rush with Master System. I'm really not. When they come up at a price that I like, then I'll go with it. And this one's actually got a bit of damage to the spine there. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but I can remember I had fond memories of this game back in the day. I absolutely loved the Rocky films, like most kids my age growing up in the 80s did. Absolutely fantastic film. Sylvester Stallone, I've said it so many times before, one of my favourite action heroes of all time. Brilliant, brilliant. Love his movies. And this game, really nice graphically. I can remember going round a mate's house. Actually, no, I tell a lie, it wasn't a mate. I can remember we had just done our paper rounds and I was with my mate. And then he said, "Come on, let's go round so-and-so's house and see what he's up to." We went round there. I didn't actually know this lad very well, but he had a Master System. And the game he was playing was this. And I can remember just being absolutely blown away with the graphics. Really strong graphics. And really nice game. It plays solidly enough. Nice controls. The game gets a bit repetitive though, as boxing games tend to do. But yeah, this is just a pure nostalgia hit for me. Great little game, Rocky. And I'm so chuffed to get it in the wall. Nowhere by any means mint, guys. It really isn't. But for the price, that dictated it for me. The manual has got some writing there. It's got 2. I'm going to see if I can get that off, because it's a shiny material. And I'm going to try some of my rubbing alcohol, see if I can get that off, because that's in Feltic pen. It's got a little bit of curling to the manual there, but I'm sure I can flatten that out. The cartridge is lovely. No label damage. It's a really clean cartridge. Like I said, I'm going to put this in a different case, because most of the damage on the side there is actually to the case rather than the inlay. That has nicked the inlay slightly, but I'm sure once that's in a fresh case, that's going to look really good. So I'm really chuffed to add Rocky to the Sega Wall. Get in there, yes. Can't beat a bit of Rocky. Really buzzing over that one. So yeah, that was CX. Like I said, my lad had a £5 left. He couldn't find a game he wanted. He said, "Dad, is there anything you want?" I spotted that in the glass cabinet, because a lot of the retro stuff in CXs are always behind a glass cabinet. I can remember asking the guy, "Go and have a look." I think it was £9. So it was £9 boxed. And yeah, it had its manual. So I jumped at it for £4. Bargain for me, bargain. Next up, Michael Almond, my retro Sega brother, and also fellow admin on Retro Realm on Facebook. Picked up some nice Sega bits, and Mike really goes for minty mint. All his stuff is absolutely pristine, and he showed me a few games, and one that caught my eye because along with Bubble Bobble, Rainbow Islands, all the like, this is another game that I have to have every version of it known to man, and that is the New Zealand Story. Now, I do have this, and it was a game I picked up early in my collecting days, but it's in really poor condition compared to this. This is absolutely stonking, boys. Look at that. Absolute gorgeous. Hand tab, absolute. Oh. Minty mint. He's put a little bit of bubble wrap in there. Look at that inside, guys. fantastic condition. And this is what I'm going to slowly do with my Master System. I did filter out quite a few Master System about a year or so back, I think it was. Because the condition just wasn't great. And as you go on in collecting, you notice this. When you first start, you're just picking anything up. You're picking it all up if it's the right price. You're bunging it in your collection. But as you get longer in the tooth and the further you go down this mental collecting journey, you start getting a little bit more fussy with your games. So when I've gone back to my Master System, I've cleared out the games that one have no sort of like nostalgic value or anything like that with me, or games I just don't like, and yeah, some of the poorer condition ones I've moved all those on. But New Zealand Story, absolutely chuffed sick to get that back in the Sega Wall, and in such fantastic condition. Absolutely blown away with that, Mike. That is absolutely fantastic. And again, proud to go in the Sega Wall. Get in there. And finally, I started doubting this was gonna happen this side of Christmas. I moaned about it in the last video, but there was a knock on the door this morning. And oh yes, finally, Zeno Crisis has landed at the zombie household. I've not played it yet, guys. Like I said, this arrived this morning. I've been busy all day. I've only now got back, filmed this straight away because I want you guys to get the reaction when I unbox these little beauties we've got sitting here. And that's what this Christmas special is all about. This is my Christmas present to myself. 2019. But yeah, no, getting back to this Zeno Crisis. I might do another video on this, just a little short video. You know, I've missed the boat really on this one. It's been out long enough now. There's so many videos been done on it and reviews, but I wouldn't mind giving my own little take on it. If any of you guys are interested. But yeah, Zeno Crisis, that had to be the blue spine version. And Strictly Limited Games, that's how you do box art. Bloody ultra core box art. But yeah, this looks fantastic. I really can't wait. What a treat I'm in for this weekend. Oh, bit of Zeno Crisis, twin stick shooter. And when we open this bad boy, oh, I just love the smell of a new Mega Drive game. Absolutely. Oh, get a nice little postcard in there. Guys, I'm sure this is still available. It's not like a limited run or anything. If you haven't got Zeno Crisis yet, get it, grab it. Worthy in the collection, definitely. A great modern game by Bitmap Bureau. In the Sega Wall, boys. Yes, get in there. Right, I'm going to have a sip of me Coca-Cola. So as I've already mentioned, guys, this is a new system to add to the Sega Wall, to the collection. And this has got relevance to Sega, as you'll see. It's not a Sega console, but it has got a relevance to Sega once we get into this box. And I am buzzing. I am tingling, boys. I am so excited. This arrived yesterday. And you don't know how hard it's been not to open it. But I thought, no, I've got an opportunity to film this right now. And I've waited to capture this all on camera for you guys, to share it with you, the buzz on this. I can't wait. Bit of a backstory. Let's go on a bit of a backstory. What this console, it is a console, what this console means to me. Now, the story behind this, growing up, I must have been fairly young. We're going right back to the early 80s now. And with this machine, I had never seen anything like it. I know I had a Spectrum, and I know I had the Atari 2600 or 2600, however you call it. I had both of those systems, played them loads, and then I see this magical system. And it was a weird set of events. I can remember, I can't remember all the details, but I can remember my parents having to go somewhere, do something, And me and my sister, I was supposed to go to my mate's house, and my sister was going to her friend's house. But it turned out that I couldn't go to my mate's house for whatever reason. So I ended up having to go with my sister to her friend's house. Can you imagine, guys? Whoa! Being a young lad, that age, that weren't cool. I can remember absolutely dreading it, not looking forward to it. And yeah, I can remember getting there, sitting there all nervous, and my sister and her friend playing, and I just sat there bored, staring at the TV. And then this girl's dad came home from work. He sat down with me, was chatting to me, and it turned out they had older sons that had grown up, obviously weren't at home. And he said, I've got something that might cheer you up and keep you busy. And he went upstairs and he come down with this console. And I had never seen anything like it. It so reminded me of the arcades back then. The sounds of this machine, and graphically it was really good. And do you know what? From that day, I never ever see this system again. Let's get underway, guys. Let's do it. We've got to open the bigger box first, so let's put it down there. I've shared this story with you. I've never owned one of these ever. I've had some of the games and accessories over the years, what I've just picked up. But in this country, this console's not really talked about enough, I don't think. My goodness, where are we going to get into this? This was a purchase off eBay. The guy, Barry, if you're going to watch, mate, I will send you a link. I've told him about my YouTube channel. Barry, mate, if you're watching, so far so good, mate. This packaging looks amazing. So let's see where we begin. I actually don't know where the join is in this box. Ooh, scary, scary. I'm wondering if it's... yeah. Yes. Have you guessed what it is yet? I think I've given way too many hints away. I'm sure you guys are going to guess what this is straight away. If there is any jump cuts, guys, it's only because it's taken me an absolute age. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, yes. Plenty of bubble wrap. And here we go, guys. This is supposed to be in absolutely fantastic condition for its age. And look at that. Oh my God, I'm buzzing, boys. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And what we're looking at here is the ColecoVision by CBS. ColecoVision. The name ColecoVision and all that has had some bad press with that Coleco chameleon scandal and everything. But this was released, I think, back in 1981, I believe. Oh, look at that. In absolutely glorious condition, guys. That really is good. I've not got this cheap. It's not been a bargain, but I've treated myself as it's Christmas. We've got some games here. Let's get those out. And let's get rid of this box. It's going to be a handy box, that is. Whoa! Nearly took the camera out, boys. Oh, I'm buzzing. Oh. Just look at that. That really is. There's a little tear here in the corner. But let me get it closer to you guys, so you can just see how good this is. Look at that. For something from 1981. That really is absolutely fantastic condition. And I've been toying with the idea of getting one of these for a fairly long time. And they tend to come up unboxed. Obviously, like most consoles, unboxed. Or if they are boxed, they're not in this condition. This really is fantastic. I can't wait to open this. I really can't. It's got so many early, iconic, amazing arcade ports on it. It really has. Let's have a little look at some of the games, shall we? What's in this box? We've got a Sega classic from back in the day. And that is Zaxxon. And this is a really solid port if I remember rightly. So really looking forward to playing this one. Just have a little look inside there. There's the cartridge, guys. Oh, long way round. So you've got a label very similar to the 2600 cartridges. But yeah, in fantastic condition. The box isn't bad neither. Few little dents, but you expect that of cardboard. And what have we got here? We've got there's the instruction manual. Absolutely fantastic. We've got a registration cartridge warranty card there. How cool is that? We've got the Donkey Kong instruction manual. And wow, we've got like an avatar. I love these. I absolutely love these. The old advertisement booklets and leaflets and fold outs. Look at that, just showing off some of the amazing games that were on this system. Absolutely. Oh. Twice in a month I'm speechless, guys. Right, so we're going to keep Donkey Kong. Oh, I've just dropped that box and damaged it. No, not damaged. It's landed on the bubble wrap. Wow. Yeah, and as I was saying, you know, back then being a kid, growing up the Spectrum and the 2600 and seeing this was a real contender. And none of my friends had ever heard of it. I can remember telling my friends at school, oh, I went around here and I played this, and no one had ever heard of it. And I never see one of these again until my adult years, you know. Next up we've got Nova Blast. This one's not familiar, I don't know this one. Love the box art. Absolutely love that. So 80s. Still got the original price label on it. People moan about prices, but you think back in the early 80s, $29.95. Prices ain't gone up that much, guys. Again, this has still got cellophane on it. The original cellophane, which is amazing. Again, we've got like a registration card thing there. Nova Blast instructions. Look at that, they are in absolutely amazing condition. 1983, this one. iMagic, printed in the USA. Nova Blast. Slightly different cartridges, a lot bigger, these ones. And this one's got a nice little plastic tray in fantastic condition. The guy really wasn't joking when he was telling me about the condition. I was messaging this guy on eBay. We got chatting loads. You know, I was trying to knock him down, as you do, you know, trying to get him to budge on price. He was holding firm. He said he had so much interest in this, which I believed him, you know. In this condition, absolutely amazing. So we've got Nova Blast there. And then next up we've got Star Voyager. And if you look at that image, guys, that is like a jumbled up, mixed up Millennium Falcon. Look at that. Can you see that? Love it. But yeah, PAL, Star Voyager. This one looks very 2600 looking graphics on the screenshot on the back there. But again, this looks like it's in fantastic condition. Yeah, it's pretty good. But iMagic as well. And then we've got video game cartridges by iMagic. Another nice little advertisement leaflet there. You've got Demon Attack, I remember that fondly on the 2600. Star Voyager, Trick Shot, a pool game. And a video storage centre. What we got on the back there? Riddle of the Sphinx, Firefighter, Atlantis, Cosmic Ark. Not games I'm that familiar with. Atlantis looks familiar. But yeah, that's fantastic. I love it. I love it. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, there's Star Voyager. But they don't stop there, guys. We've got another box to open. Hopefully this one isn't the Krypton factor like the last one. Let's have a little look. Yeah, this one looks like a straightforward. I'll open the strip down here. This guy was fantastic. People badmouth. You get loads of moaning and griping about eBay and scamming this and dodgy sellers and all of this. But this guy was absolutely amazing. He actually phoned me up and kept me updated about it. And, you know, he was a genuine guy. Really nice bloke. Just hoping I'm not cutting into anything here. But yeah, my main attraction, one of my main attractions for this system is the more I've looked into it. You know, this was before Sega done the home console market. And you know, they tested the waters with other systems. And the ColecoVision was one of them. So there's going to be some really early Sega arcade ports that we can get our teeth into on this system. I'm really looking forward to it, guys. I really am. Some long forgotten classics as well. We're getting there, we're getting there. This is bloody gaffer tape. That's a mission. Plenty of nice big bubble wrap there. Could have done with some of this. And here we go, guys. Let's put the box down there. It's a bit out of shot, but it's easier for me. We've got Cosmic Avenger cartridge. Again, this looks a really good game. Looking forward to blasting that. So plenty of carts here, guys. A Sega Classic Carnival. Really looking forward to playing that. I can remember playing this on the 2600, I'm sure it was, that I had a port of this on. And then we've got some Nintendo. Yes, Nintendo on the ColecoVision. I'm sure you guys see it on the box, but we've got Donkey Kong. So one of those belongs in the box, I'd imagine. Because we've got a second copy of Donkey Kong. He's individually wrapped, every single one of these in bubble wrap. He messaged me and said, because I said, please make sure, you know, if the condition is what you're saying it is, that this is sent, you know, bomb-proof. He laughed at my description of bomb-proof, and he said, don't worry, I'm going to take all day packing this, and I think he genuinely has. So there's another copy of Donkey Kong. So I've got a dupe already, one to flip. I'm going to save that one till last, because I think it's out of something else. And then we've got Venture. Again, a game that looks a bit like Berserk, that sort of thing. I had a little look at some of these on YouTube and was making myself even more excited. And then finally, oh yes guys, look at that. We've got sellotape on there, which I need to quickly get off. And we've got the expansion Model 2, which is the steering wheel and pedals. Yes, back in 1981, the Coleco released a steering wheel and pedals. And look at that. That is fantastic, isn't it? Now, I did have this wheel set a few years ago. I picked it up locally cheap and had the cartridge. But obviously, I didn't have a Coleco to play it. I remember really tempted to get one at the time, but again, this is a system that I've wanted boxed. I wanted it boxed and in good condition. Look at this. And this is for the Sega game Turbo, which was a fantastic arcade game back in the day. I can remember playing this in the local seaside town close to where I live. They had that there and we used to play that in pole position. But yeah, Turbo was a lot more arcadey, a lot more fun. I do love pole position, don't get me wrong. But yeah, Turbo got my attention more. I'm trying to get this out without causing any damage to this lovely box. Wow, look at that. Put that up there, but I want to make sure I do that safely, guys. Yes! Woo. Look at this lovely poly, all in lovely condition. I've opened it upside down. Oh, it's got ColecoVision there embossed or imprinted into the poly. Just put that down there. Oh wow. Look at that, guys. Your little steering wheel and your pedal. And obviously the pedal comes out of there and that's where you house your controller. Yeah, the pedal will plug in. Look at that. Oh, I love that smell. Oh, old electronics, you can't beat it. But the condition for 1981, guys, wow. I'm absolutely just so pleased with this. It's amazing, it really is. So there you go, guys, that was what's in the box. Shall we set it up and play it? I think we should, don't you? What we'll do now is actually what we're going to do is go back to the console. We'll get that out and then there'll be a jump cut and we'll have a little play on some of this. Yeah, that's right. Let's get rid of this box. Yes! Loving it, boys, loving it. Oh yeah, the cartridge, I forgot about that. I put that down in all the bubble wrap. But yeah, a Sega game here, Turbo. I think this is the one we might have a little go on, a little cheeky go on, shall we? But yeah, there's Turbo. Wow. Oh, what a Christmas. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely chuffed. Now the mission is to get games, and now I've got some of these minty box like this. That's what I'm going to want. I'm going to want them boxed because I absolutely adore that box art. They're going to have a nice little shelf of their own, I think. We'll just put them down there out of the way for a minute so we can get to the Coleco. Slowly recovering, still got a bit of the man flu. It's not left me 100% yet, but at least I can talk, boys. But let me know down in comments, guys. I want to know if you've got any memories at all of the ColecoVision, because like I said, none of my mates had ever heard of it. Only this one family that I ever knew owned it, and I can remember wanting to go back. When I knew they had this. I think I did on a few occasions go back round there, much to my sister's disgust. Here we go, guys. Sorry for the jump cut, but I've had to do some serious messing here. Few swear words trying to move this out. Just little delicate movements because this box is really old. And if it stayed in this condition for all these years, by God damn it, I'm going to try and keep it that way. Oh, we got there. That was a mission. That really was. I really didn't want to force this box at all. It really is, without the polys, a really fragile thing. You can see where I've pulled the tape there. There's a little bit of tape there in the corner. Wow. So ColecoVision embossed on there again. And here we go, guys. Look at that. You've got the video game system there, warranty and registration information card. Absolutely brilliant. And then you've got the CBS ColecoVision arcade quality video game system owner's manual in really nice condition. That absolutely, oh, brilliant. All in English, all of it. Excellent. You find with these older systems, when they're in their original polys, that the polystyrene deteriorates and it sticks to the cables. We've got a bit of that going on. Because it's an older system, guys, it's going to be RF. But we can live with that for now. The old switcher box there. The all-important original power supply as well, because it's got quite a unique plug on it. Let's get that out of the way. Here we go. Yeah, the RF cable is covered in poly, but look at the length of it. Goes on for miles. And there we go, guys. You're seeing this the first time I'm seeing it. It has got a blemish on the front that I was unaware of, because the guy took plenty of lovely photographs of everything but the console. He didn't get up close and personal with the console. There is a little bit of bubbling there to the metal sticker, and there is like a little white mark there which I thought was polystyrene, but no, I think that is come off there. There's the expansion port there. Not a lot else to see really, just your PowerPoint. But that's a really good looking console for the early 80s, isn't it? Look at that, guys. You've got your two controllers. Really weird concept with the controllers. I know it's not everyone's favourite controller that talks about this system. Yeah, they feel stiff. These feel actually like they're not really been used very much. But yeah, you've got the joystick there, and you've got the keypad. And what you've got your overlays that can go on there. Your fire buttons, which are weirdly placed on the side. So I presume, yeah, you just hold it like that. That kind of works. I'm happy with that. Like I said, I'm not too familiar. I really can't remember the feel of the joysticks or anything like that. That's what we're going to get into in a moment, guys. But yeah, both sticks are there. Let's just feel what this one's like. Yeah, it feels okay. All nice and clicky and responsive. There's the cartridge port there with the dust cover. But there we go, guys. There's the ColecoVision. And yes! Let's see this bad boy in action, shall we? Shall we get her hooked up to my new my new CRT TV? I've got another CRT. This was a free. This was just being given away on a local. And I snapped it up because it's got a VCR in it and a DVD player, so a video recorder and a DVD player all built into it. It's 4.3 ratio, nice big screen, and yeah, it seems to have a really nice picture. I just picked it up because it was free and thought, you know, someone's going to want it. But thinking about it, I might keep it. I might keep it because it's got a video player on it. It's not a bad video player neither. So we're going to move across to the new TV and we're going to set up the ColecoVision on it. I'll see you in a bit, guys. Here we go, guys. I've got my iPad in the hand so you guys can have a little closer look at the ColecoVision. What a beautiful system the Coleco is. It's a good looking console. There's the blemish I was talking about on the front there. There's another one there. Little disappointed in that. That's a little nitpick. But as we do with this retro journey that we're all on, and the love of this hobby, we face a few challenges. Now, this is the Toshiba TV I was telling you about, that I picked up for free. It's got a VHS and the DVD built in. It's a really nice picture. I've watched a video on it. I've checked out the DVD player. I've got the PC Engine Duo R hooked up on this at the moment. And yeah, it's a really great picture. But unfortunately, because the Coleco is RF, this TV has no remote control. And I've gone through the buttons trying to see how I can tune this in. Oh, the joys of RF, hey. I forgot about having to tune the channel in. Unfortunately, I can't do that. So we're going to go on this bad boy. We're going to go to the B&O. So join me in a moment, guys, while I get this set up on the tripod. And we're going to have a closer look at the Coleco and some of the games. Right, guys, we're back. We're set up on the tripod now. On the B&O. This is the first screen we've greeted with. The Coleco is right here. I couldn't quite get it all in shot from where the B&O is. I had planned all this to be on the Toshiba, but never mind. These things happen with the love of retro, don't they? So Donkey Kong's plugged in just here, just off screen. And this is what we're met with. Here's the controller. Interested to see what this is like. I'm having to sit pretty close, because even though this has got like a telephone cord lead, it don't seem that stable. So let's move in a bit. Hopefully I don't knock everything. Skill equals 1. Yeah, we'll go with that. Well, I'm not convinced this controller's working, so that's not a good start there. It's moving, but I cannot jump. Oh dear. No, definitely cannot jump with controller 1. So let's see if I unplug that, and we'll put the second controller in port 1. There you go, I can jump now. Only on one side though. So we've got a faulty controller. The controller's not bad, it's a little stiff. And then we go on to level 2. This being a Nintendo game, guys, I'm not that clued up on Donkey Kong. Oh yeah, I do remember this. You've got to get rid of these, haven't we? Whoops, I had one left to get. Haha. Yeah, so this controller, the second controller, is working fine. Do you see what I mean about the sounds? The sounds are really strong on this system. And this machine's main competition, was the Atari 2600. So there's Donkey Kong, guys. Next up, guys, was going to be Turbo. With the steering wheel accessory. The one thing I didn't account for, which I'm going to have to get these and do on a later video, guys, is, yeah, we need some C batteries. I haven't got any at hand. I've got plenty of D batteries for Sega Bot, but I've got no C batteries, which is an absolute bummer. I was really looking forward to playing a bit of Turbo. Right, guys, as we haven't got the big batteries for Turbo and the steering wheel, I'm going to save that for another video. There's going to be more videos on the ColecoVision. Let's have a little look at this one. This one's intriguing. It's Cosmic Avenger. Universal's Cosmic Avenger. Again, we'll go for skill 1 player. Oh, I love that music. I love that sound. It's great. Oh, and I die straight away. It's like a more advanced scramble, isn't it? This is great. These were just mind-blowing graphics for the time. Got the bomb there. Oh, I'm missing them all. I started well. Oh, there we got one there. Oh! Oh, this is brilliant. I am loving this. Oh, what a weekend I'm going to have of some nice, simple little arcadey games like this. I love them sound effects. It's the sound effects that just really make it. All moves at a great pace. Gotcha. Oh, and he dies. The TIE fighter looking spaceship took me out there. But this is great. I really like this. Knocked his tower off there, didn't I? And do you know what? For RF, that is not a bad picture. I know that's on the lovely B&O, but that's not bad. For a console of 1981, we're talking. Oh, what are we doing now? Oh, wow, we was entering a cave there. You can now see, guys, going back to the early 80s and having to spend the day with my sister's best friend's family. This made the whole day go so much quicker, and I could remember crazing to go back, you know, to just play this magical console that no one else had. I'd never seen one of these before. So that's Cosmic Avenger. That looks a great little game. And what we'll do with the disappointment of Turbo, we're going to look at one more, guys. I am absolutely loving the Coleco. My God, What a new journey I've set for 2020 and collecting for the ColecoVision. I'm loving it. Next up, another Sega one. We'll make this the last one so the video doesn't go on too long. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more content on the ColecoVision because I am loving this, guys. Let's have a little look at an early Sega game, Carnival. (1982). Again, we're going to go with option 1. I've got fond memories of this. Just a simple Carnival game, shooting. I'm sure you can shoot those paddles as well. Yes, you can. Just a simple, basic game, but it works so well. If I remember rightly, this is a game that my sister did used to play. Game over. But yeah, there's Carnival, guys. And there we have it. There is the ColecoVision. I am absolutely chuffed sick. I'm over the moon with the ColecoVision. So happy to have a new system in the games room. That's it, guys. I hope you all have a brilliant Christmas. Happy New Year. There's going to be some videos real soon, guys, especially into the new year. As we always do on the tubes, we'll reminisce and go over the previous year, the lows, the highlights, blah, blah, blah. Until the next time, guys, I'm Sega Zombie. Goodbye.